When you see two triangles, remember your goal is always to prove they're similar or congruent. You might want to jump in and start thinking about the scale factor, which is fine. I'll give points for that, but you have to know why you're able to do that scale factor. So let's start by seeing if the triangles are similar. I know that they share angle A. That's part of both of them. So I could write angle A equals angle A, which in terms of a reason, that's the reflexive property. Now I'm going to look at this side. The whole entire AP side of that triangle is 10. So if I were to make a scale factor ratio, I would write 10 over 2, because that's the small triangle, and see the scale factor is 5. Now, while that number comes out really nicely, know that many times they don't. The scale factor could be decimals or any sort. And even if you do note that the scale factor is the same, please show your work and write out the ratio so I see it. This other side in its entirety would be 15. So 15 divided by the small portion of that triangle would be 3. And of course, that's 5 as well. I need to see you checking those two side proportions, not just assuming it in your mind, because those will be worth partial points. I have an angle that matches, a left side that's a scale factor of 5, a right side that's scale factor of 5, so I know that the triangles are similar by SAS. And to name them, I could try to name it triangle ALT is similar to triangle APE. Now that I know they're similar, that allows me to make the scale factor happen. So if I didn't know 14 times 5, I could set up something like 10 over 2 equals, let's see, the big side would be x over 14. So notice how I'm saying big side 10 over little side 2 is equal to big side x over little side 14. And maybe many people might be saying, you can just take 14 times 5. That will give it to you. You are right. I am showing you this step right here because you may need to do that. As you've seen in our warm-up, sometimes that is not just x, and it might not be as pretty. But I'll show you this math just to show you it matches what 14 times 5 is. 2 times x is 2x. 14 times 10 is 140. If I divide by 2, I get x is 70, which indeed is what 14 times 5 is, but this would show you the actual proportion in case you ever need it, if that wasn't just an x, or if your scale factor wasn't something as simple as 5.